Get ready for round 6 of the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships from Antler Lake near Edmonton, Alberta. Planet Honda's Jean-Sébastien Waugh invaded round 5 and proved he is the fastest rider in the country. Waugh put on a great show in Raymond, Alberta, taking 3 of the 4 moto wins. If it wasn't for a flat tire in that first 125, Waugh would have taken a clean sweep. Right behind Waugh was the green team. Kawasaki rider Blair Morgan took the overall win in the 125 class, and teammate Doug DeHaan grabbed the final podium position. Machine Racing Yamaha's Ryan Gold has come to life, and his effort showed in the 250 class, finishing 4th overall. Riding Suzuki and the youngest rider making an impact was 15-year-old Ryan Lockhart. Ryan had a strong performance in round 5 with 2 8th overalls in the 125 and 250 classes. Today the competition will be tight. We are now into the second half of the series and every point is crucial. So sit back and enjoy the ride. The gate drops next on the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships.
If we look at the 125 overall standings, we see Blair Morgan in first place with 229 points.
But not far behind him is Darcy Lange with 197. But how about Alex Langevin making his way into the top 5?
I know, we've got it really close here. There's not a lot of points separating first to 5th place.
And as we make our way into the 250s, we see Doug DeHaan out in front with 214 points.
And followed real close by Blair Morgan, 208.
Rounding out the top 3, another Kawasaki and Darcy Lange.
That's right, and then we can't forget about Ryan Gold on his Yamaha back in 5th place with 111 points, still in the hunt.
Well, this in their final last-second checks, last-second preparations, waiting for that 5-second board to go up for the first 125 of the afternoon. And the 5-second board is up, and the gate is down, and the riders are away for the first 125. Roscoe, let's see who gets that hole shot. We got, coming in, we got a Kawasaki, looks like Darcy Lange.
Yes, we have Darcy Lange on that Richmond Motorsports Kawasaki out front.
Great start for Darcy Lange as he comes into the 2-story drop. Looks like we got another pair of Kawasaki's behind him. It looks like Morgan and DeHaan in 2nd and 3rd. I think Ryan Gold's up there in the mix as well.
Well, Lange is looking good here after a weak performance in Lethbridge. I know he wasn't happy with that performance last weekend, but he's picking up the pace here in Edmonton.
Well, the first few turns of this course, or this track, Ross, are pretty tight, so I don't think it's going to take too long for these riders to start to spread out a little bit. But look at that, Morgan going high and wide on that big turn up at the top of the hill. Lange takes the inside, nice line for Darcy.
Well, Morgan doesn't want to have Lange out front for too long there.
Ross, we just noticed that Blair and Darcy touched in that whoop section down there, and that was not good for Blair Morgan because he lost his traction. Darcy was able to accelerate ahead. Look at that, we got Ryan Gold, number 6, who has passed Doug DeHaan for 3rd place. Great start for Ryan.
Wow, Gold's looking real good there.
Yeah, Ross, as we look at this course from the wide shots, very expansive. There's not a lot of fast areas, though. There seems to be quite a few turns in here.
It's a very technical motocross track, one of the most technical tracks in Canada, and one of the only natural outdoor tracks left. We don't see a lot of supercross jumps in this style of track. It's a great motocross track.
Here's a shot of number 16, Chuck Mesley, for the Machine Racing Honda team. Currently, we're tracking Chuck in 6th place.
Here we have number 6, Ryan Gold, here on his Yamaha. He's looking really good back there in 4th position. DeHaan has picked off 3rd again and moved Gold back to 4th.
There's a nice shot of number 11, sorry Ross, Alex Langevin on the Gregoire Yamaha, currently in 5th place in the overall 125 standings. Alex is having a great season so far. Well, Ross, he is right now in the thick of a huge battle with number 28, Jay Whipple. Looks like the battle right now is for 7th place, but look at that, Whipple on the inside. Looks like he has Langevin. Langevin looks like he got caught on that outside line. A bad line for him.
Great move by Whipple there. He pushed Alex out and blocked past him.
We're back with the number 6 bike of Ryan Gold riding for the Machine Racing Yamaha team. He's being followed by number 16, Chuck Mesley.
Mesley's in 5th spot, closely following Gold there in 4th.
Ross, great battle here right now between these 3 Yamahas. I noticed that other one coming in. It's number 14, Brett DeVries. He likes this track. He raced here very well last year, so I'm not surprised that he's up in the mix.
Oh, DeVries is a tough rider there. He went around Langevin on the outside there. Wow, unbelievable pass for DeVries. DeVries does well here in Edmonton. He's always been a strong rider here in Alberta.
Ross, I just took note from our lap counter. It looks like Chuck Mesley has passed Ryan Gold and is currently in 4th place. So a great ride for Chuck Mesley. Here we are back with that battle for 1st place between number 5, Darcy Lange, and number 3, Blair Morgan. I tell you what, Ross, Blair Morgan is right on his heels. He's picked up the pace. He's closed the gap to about 2 or 3 bike lengths. And it looks to me like Blair's just waiting for his opportunity, waiting for Darcy to make a mistake. Oh, there goes Darcy's down, and Blair gets blocked. He's got him blocked. Who's he going to get back on the bike? DeHaan goes wide. Blair Morgan and Doug DeHaan battling it out for first place. How about that? Darcy went down, he blocked Blair, and Dougie DeHaan came wide and was able to make his way into first place. A tough break for Darcy Lange.
Yeah, Lange came into that rut there in that right-hand hairpin and lost his front end and washed it out and went down. And, of course, with Morgan being so closely behind him, just ran into the back of him and stalled. But he did get back out in front and was able to block DeHaan from getting by.
He certainly was, but it looks like Darcy Lange has not lost a lot of time. He's right up into the mix. We're with the number 14 Yamaha of Brett DeVries. It looks to me like Brett has moved into 5th place. He's closed the gap on number 16 Chuck Mesley, who's in 4th. So we got a great battle for 4th place. Ross, just to give you a quick update, who's in our top 5? We've got Morgan, then DeHaan, then Lange, Mesley, and Brett DeVries. But just to give you an idea, right behind DeVries is Ryan Gould. Then we have Whipple and Langevin. So how about that? We've got some top riders right up at the top here.
Absolutely. They're not too far spaced out. Mike Morgan's not that far ahead of Whipple.
Looks like DeVries has got Mesley on the inside. Mesley goes wide. DeVries inside. He has him coming up to the top end of the tabletop. Tough break for Mesley. Looks like he got blocked out there, Ross.
Wow, DeVries is a scrapper, man. He got inside of Mesley there and just pushed him out there. That was a great pass by DeVries. He's a tough, scrapping rider.
He certainly is, Ross, but one thing we've noticed about Chuck Mesley is he is a fast rider, capable of keeping up with these big guys, and I'll tell you what, I'm not surprised that he is still right on the hunt for that position that he lost. We got another rider down. Looks like he's a little groggy. He's not sure what's going on. Is that number 83? I think it is, Ross. I think it's number 83, Drew Clegg. He looks like he is really hurt. He's writhing in pain. Look at him. Roscoe, somebody get over there and help him.
He's definitely in agony there. That's a bad spot on the track there. We've seen a few guys go down. There must be a nasty kicker at the top there.
Well, Roscoe, it's not something that we like to see, but it does happen in this sport. We will take a quick break and be right back with the exciting conclusion of this first 125 moto. The Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. We're watching the number 16 bike of Chuck Mesley as he rounds the lock-off corner. Right behind him, the number 6 bike of Ryan Gould. A great battle here, currently for 5th place.
Well, Gould's back on the gas. Whatever his problem was earlier on, he's got it sorted out there. And it might have just been he wasn't feeling comfortable on the track. He certainly does now, and he ain't letting Mesley go. He's back on the gas.
Back with the number 26 bike of Doug DeHaan. We're just going to track to see who's in front. We heard that Blair Morgan had a problem with his bike, and we're going to go to our lap counter. It looks as though Doug DeHaan is now in 1st place, followed by number 3 Blair Morgan. So a big change of events here, Ross.
Well, DeHaan's on the gas here. I can't believe it. He is really riding well. He rides these technical tracks well. He's got a lot of experience. He's got as much experience as Morgan. And did you see Morgan go off the track there?
Blair Morgan did not have the right line, and he went way off the track on that top berm. Ross, we're back with a great battle for 7th place between number 11 Alex Langevin on the Gregoire Yamaha and number 9 Lena Zlansky, a rider who we thought would see a lot more of out west. Didn't have a great round in Raymond, Alberta, but showing his stuff here in the top 10 at Antler Lake.
They're really going at it too. So now look at Slansky's got Langevin on the outside. Great pass by Slansky there on that Honda.
Into the lock-off corner, Alex Langevin took the outside. I thought he might have had Slansky. Looks like Slansky was able to pull ahead. Great move coming out of that corner. Great acceleration. Lena Zlansky looks like he's putting it all on the wire. Little wheelie in front of that crowd, trying to keep his momentum up, down, and getting ready to hit that tabletop. Nice jump by Zlansky. Great positioning there. Ross, here we are back with our battle for 1st place between Blair Morgan and number 26 Doug DeHaan, who's out in front. Morgan has definitely closed the gap, and he is working on DeHaan. Boy, this is some great battling right down to the last lap of the race.
They're going at it hard. Look at the 2 different lines that these guys are taking.
Ross, Blair Morgan, we thought he had him on the inside, but I think Doug DeHaan was able to accelerate out of that turn quicker. DeHaan remains in 1st place, holding out, but Blair Morgan is right behind him. You could not ask for better racing. This is incredible. Well, the battle for 1st place has been raging on for the last quarter of this race. DeHaan goes upside, Morgan goes up top on that berm. Boy, they've been taking that line all day long, but I think you're right, they are slingshotting out of that corner. This is a tough corner. Oh, I did not like the way that DeHaan took it. Oh, Morgan just brushed him on the inside. He takes the inside, coming out of the whoop, and he has 1st place. Great pass, Blair Morgan.
Dougie had a little bit of a problem coming down there. He hit that big kicker there, and it got the back end up high enough that he couldn't turn the front wheel there without end to it. So he had to ride it out a bit, which overshot the corner and allowed Morgan to slip by on the inside. Tough break for DeHaan.
Blair Morgan is now on his last lap, followed very closely by Doug DeHaan.
DeHaan doesn't have much much time left here. He's got about 3/4 of a lap here to make a move on Morgan, so he's going to have to really turn her up a notch. She's not close enough right now to stop him or to make a move.
Well, Ross, if I'm Doug DeHaan, I'm going to stay really tight to Blair Morgan, and I'm going to look for that corner where I just lost the lead. That's where I want to hit him. They're coming up to it right now. Let's see the line that Blair Morgan takes. Very cautious on the inside. DeHaan goes way outside. I don't think that was a great line at all. Look at all the time he lost.
Well, he was searching for a different line there. He went on the left coming down that straightaway. It was a lot smoother, but a lot further distance around the corner.
Ross, I was just taking a look at our lap counter. It looks as though number 28, Jay Whipple, has dropped out of the pack and is currently in 10th place. So there must be some problems with Jay's bike. Here we are back with our leader, number 3, Blair Morgan, coming out of the treetop section, going into our lock-off camera position. There he is with that nice left-hand turn. Looks like we got a slower rider in the way. DeHaan coming up behind him. Here goes Blair Morgan coming out of the trees, our leader in that first 125 moto. Nice left-hander. Is he going to get the checkered flag? The winner of the first 125 is Blair Morgan. What a great race for Blair. Ross, with a break in the action, let's have a look at the race results from that first 125 moto.
Well, of course, number 3, Blair Morgan on that two-wheeled Pro-Action Kawasaki there, rounding out the big win there.
And his teammate Doug DeHaan in second place, but don't overlook the third place finish of Darcy Lange. He started well and finished well.
Excellent race for Darcy Lange.
As the riders are on the line preparing for the first 250 moto of the day, let's get inside the head of 15-year-old rider Ryan Lockhart.
It's pretty tough being a 15-year-old doing the Pro Nationals because there's a lot of pressure and people expect a lot, and it's really tough because I'm young. I think I do pretty good because I'm a pretty smooth rider and I don't crash a whole lot. I've been getting really bad starts, but hopefully in the next few rounds I can get some good starts. I guess you could say I'm a little aggressive sometimes, but I just like to be basically smooth, and if I have to be aggressive, I will be. I like motocross racing because there's a lot of cool people who do it, and it's really fast and aggressive, and it's just a lot of fun.
Our head referee, Paul Kingsley, drops the board down 5 seconds. There's the starting line for the first 250 moto of the day. The gate is down and the riders are off. Heading into the first corner. Let's see who gets the whole shot. Roscoe, it looks like a great start for Roscoe. That looks like Jesse Wilson out in front with a whole shot. Great start for him.
Excellent start for Wilson there on number 60 on that Machine Racing Yamaha.
Boy, look at all the riders bunched up coming out of that first turn. Ross, this is a very interesting first turn. If you compare that to all the other races and other tracks, it's really wide and sweeping, and a lot of guys can make it around first. But a great start for Wilson. He's out in front after that two-story tabletop, coming into the first right-hander. Good.
Followed by number 5, Darcy Lange on that Kawasaki.
Interestingly enough, Ross, Jesse Wilson had some mechanical problems last week in Raymond. Look at Lang coming on the inside. Does he have Wilson? Wilson puts the block on, but Lang goes inside and takes him coming into the Bridgestone lock-off corner. How about that? Wilson, though, he's staying with them. Great turn by Wilson. He went inside and stuck with him. Some good riding. Jesse's really going to have to hang on, though, if he wants to ride with Darcy Lange here in this first 250 moto. Looks like we got number 15, Chad Fleck, with a problem. We don't know if he was off his bike. He's got it back started, and he's back in the race. Another shot of number 60, Jesse Wilson, as he takes that right-hander coming out of the tabletop jump. He's followed closely by is that Blair Morgan that's
It
made
is
his way
Blair
in there?
Morgan on number 3 on that Kawasaki. He's running in third now. He's moved up and passed Slansky for third.
Well, that just gives us a good indication of...
Oh, just about a block pass there by Morgan pushing Wilson. Wilson didn't even let off there, though.
Looks like Wilson on the inside. Morgan goes inside after the turn. Wilson goes wide. Morgan coming up through the whip section up to the top. Morgan, oh, nice jump by Morgan. He put the block on him on that jump. Great move by Blair Morgan. Jesse Wilson has to fall back a position, but he's got to keep on the gas and stay with Morgan if he wants to maintain a position. Great ride for Blair Morgan. He's now in second place. We are watching the first 250 moto of the afternoon here at Antler Lake near Edmonton, Alberta. Just to give you a recount, who's in the top 5? Darcy Lange is leading the race, followed by Blair Morgan, Jesse Wilson, Jay Whipple, and Lane Islansky rounding out the top 5. As we're moving into the backpack for riders, we've got number 26, Doug DeHaan, who we're currently tracking in. It looks like he's not even in the top 10 right now, Ross, so that's a very interesting part right now for our series leader, number 26, Doug DeHaan.
Don's off to an uncharacteristically poor start for him, and he's going to have to really work hard to battle back through the pack on this tough technical track, but I know DeHaan's got the ability to do it, and he probably will.
Ross, we just had word that number 28, Jay Whipple, has passed number 60 Jesse Wilson for third place, and right behind Wilson in fifth is number 6 Ryan Gauld. Look at that, we've got a great battle between these two teammates.
Wow, Gauld's on the gas. Gauld has displaced Islansky for fifth spot and is moving up now on Whipple.
Well, how about that? He just passed Jesse Wilson up in that top tree area. He made short work of Wilson, and now he's right on the tail of number 28, Jay Whipple.
Unbelievable. Wilson's gone from first to fifth here in about 5 laps of this first 250 moto here at Antler Lake.
Ross, here's Brett DeVries making a move on number 9, Lane Islansky. Oh, he's got him, Brett DeVries, with a very experienced, technically well done pass. Way to go, Brett. Great ride for Brett DeVries. He's also making his way from a bad start right into the next. How about number 26, Doug DeHaan? As we watch the battle for 5th place continue, we will take a short break and return with the exciting conclusion to this first 250 moto. You're watching the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championship. The Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. There we see number 3, Blair Morgan, as he heads down into that 2-story tabletop drop. And he's following number 5, Darcy Lange. Boy, I tell you, we've seen this in so many races this year. Lange is out in front, Morgan following. Ross Morgan on the inside. Does he have him coming through the whoops? He's going to overtake Darcy Lange. How about that? We talked about this, Brett Lee and I, during the practice round, how Blair Morgan was taking those whips faster than anybody and really climbing up that hill quickly, and he took Darcy Lange. What a great pass for Blair Morgan.
It was an incredible pass, very smooth. That's a sign of experience there by Morgan.
Back with the battle for 5th place. Currently, number 14, Brett DeVries, is in 5th, but right on his heels, number 26, Doug DeHaan on that 2-wheel Pro Action MSR Kawasaki, really pushing to the limits. Great ride for Brett, though. A very experienced rider and a tough rider, a really strong rider, Ross.
Oh, he's definitely strong. He can really muscle that bike around. DeHaan and DeVries have about the same experience. They've both been on the circuit for over a decade. They're both tough riders. They're both in great shape, and they're both about the same speed, so it's going to make for a very interesting race here. About the only thing separating the two would be DeVries' ankle injury earlier on in the season there may come into effect or play late in this race, but two guys that are going to go tooth and nail here for this 5th place position.
Ross, it looks like number 3, Blair Morgan, has extended his lead on number 5, Darcy Lange, to about 3 or 4 seconds, so that's a good thing for Morgan. He can get out in front and really concentrate on the lead. Here we are back with a battle for 3rd place. Number 6, Ryan Gauld. He heads down to that 3-story tabletop drop. He's right behind him is number 28, Jay Whipple. Great battle right here. How about Ryan Gauld? This is a great race for him.
Boy, he's really got his stuff together there. He had a little bit of a tough moto in that first 125 moto, but he's really coming back strong here in this 250 moto, and it's showing right now. He is really working hard, running in 3rd spot where he should be running, and he's certainly got the ability to be here. Whipple, though, not letting off a bit here, charging, pushing him for all he's worth there in 3rd.
Ross, as we watch number 6, Ryan Gauld, go into that tight left-hander down by the Karcher side, we're starting to see a lot of the same names in the top 5. Ryan Gauld is one of them. Jay Whipple is one of them. So, I mean, this is characteristic of the type of battling we've seen in the last few races so far this season. A terrific wide shot of the deep bowl. Oh, we've got a couple riders down. What is this? That's Blair Morgan has just gone down. Let's just see if Darcy Lange was able to pass him. I did not see Lange go around him. Ross, did you pick up where Lange was?
I missed that at all. I saw Morgan go down there in the corner. He looked like he hit a lapped rider, but Lange wasn't that far behind him, so we'll see what's happening here. Morgan back up and running.
Ross, we just saw number 3, Blair Morgan, pass number 60, Jesse Wilson. I don't think there's any question that Jesse Wilson is having bike problems.
No doubt about it.
Because he's being lapped now, and he was at once leading this race.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. He went back way too fast. Wilson's too much of a fighter to go from first and that far back that quick. He must have a bike problem, a flat tire, or a suspension problem on this tough track.
So right now we're watching our leader, number 5, Darcy Lange, who was able to overtake Blair Morgan, who bobbled in that same corner. Ross, that corner's taking everybody out today.
It sure has, and it's taken its toll there. Unbelievably tough luck for Morgan, who was comfortably out front, went down. Lange got about a 5-second lead here. Looks like if he can pull this thing together, he can win this race, and he just has.
He just took the checkered flag. Number 5, Darcy Lange. The opportunistic Darcy Lange takes the checkered flag in the first 250 moto of the day. A great race for Darcy. He did not give up. He waited for the door to open. Morgan gave it to him, and he took the checkered flag.
Well, Morgan following close behind in second, but this is why it's racing. Anything can happen out there, and it can happen on the last lap. And as I said before, what can usually does.
Ross, with a break in the action, let's have a look at the race results from that first 250 moto.
Wow, big surprise. Lange overtaking Morgan as he bobbled on that last lap for the win there. Morgan following close behind in second.
Jay Whipple finishing in third, past Ryan Gold right at the finish line. A great ending for him. And Ryan Gold, we said, in fourth place, and rounding out the top five, number 14, Brett DeVries. The riders are on the line for the second 125 moto of the afternoon. But before we get there, let's go to today's tech tip with Chris Bonneau to find out what it takes to get a great start.
I'm here today to help inform you about starts. It's the start that takes the easiest amount of effort to get the hole shot. 5 seconds to the front. First, we want to try to pick the selection on the track where it's the shortest line to the first turn. Once we have that selected, then we try to do the landscaping behind the gate. With CMRC, we're allowed to landscape behind the gate, but not after. That's where we sweep it out, pack it down, try to get the optimum traction as possible. They put the 30-second board up, we wait for the 5 seconds, and that's when we start to move our weight forward on the bike. We find the optimum gear, what we can pull best out of the hole. From there, we concentrate on the gate. There's two parts to the gate. There's the pin that holds the gate and the gate itself. A lot of racers you'll see look straight in front of them, try to pick the big picture of the gate falling itself. Other racers, you'll notice, they look to the side and watch that pin fall, because it's the pin that moves first, then the gate. That's when we have it pinned to win, and hopefully get the hole shot.
This is the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships, second 125 moto of the afternoon. Paul Kingsley, our head referee, has the 30-second board up. Riders are on the line preparing for this last 125 moto. It's going to be a great race, Ross. From what we've seen so far, some terrific battles out there. We'll keep our eyes pinned for that 5-second board. There he is, the head referee, Paul Kingsley. What a guy. There is the 5-second board is up, Ross. Paul exits his way off the side of the track, and the gate is down for the second 125 moto of the afternoon. Coming into that hole, it looks like number 5, Darcy Lange. Ross is going to get the hole shot.
Wow, closely followed by Ryan Gold. Did you see the hole shot that Lange pulled? He had 2 bike lengths going into that first corner. Unbelievable.
It certainly was unbelievable, Ross. Some great speed coming out of that corner. This hole shot, or this first corner here, is a much different corner than any of the races we've seen, or of any of the tracks we've seen so far. The riders are able to build up a lot of speed before they round that left hand.
Yes, it certainly thins them out here when they get into all these ruts here and these tight corners. It really spreads out the pack.
We're with our leader, number 5, Darcy Lange. It looks like number 17, Bart Stevenson, is in second place right now.
Wow, excellent start for Bart Stevenson then. Well, Bart certainly got the ability to win here, and he's just been plagued by bad starts all season long here in this series, and he's finally starting to put some stuff together here.
There's a great shot of number 5, Darcy Lange, as he goes through that tough corner that really has been taking no prisoners today. We've seen a lot of action there. Oh, Stevenson! Oh.
Unbelievable save! I have never seen a guy ride on his front wheel that long. Unbelievable save by Bart Stevenson there on that Blackfoot Motorsport Yamaha there. Incredible save.
Great shot of number 26, Doug DeHaan. We're tracking him currently in 4th place. He's really on the hunt for number 6, Ryan Gold, in 3rd. Wow, Doug DeHaan really picking it up. Ross, there's those braking bumps that we talked about in your tech tip.
Yes, and as you see from here, they don't look that bad. They just look like small bumps, but when you're standing down there, they're up to your knee deep, and just unbelievable what they can do to a motorcycle and how quick they can do it.
There's a shot of number 3, Blair Morgan. Currently, Blair is being tracked in 7th place. Did not get a great start, but you know Blair Morgan, he's a speedster. Look at him go really wide on number 14, Brett DeVries. No question about who's the fastest rider out there.
Wow, he's on the gas there. He went around DeVries on the outside in that turn and just excelled hard down that straightaway to make the pass.
So as they move into that bottom line, it looks like number 3, Blair Morgan, has his sights set on number 60, Chuck Besley. Look at this battle coming into the corner, going up to the top of the hill. Morgan's going outside, Mesley on the inside. Is that DeVries in there as well? I think Blair Morgan's got him on the outside. No, great block by Chuck Besley. Fantastic riding.
Wow, wheel-to-wheel action. Did you see DeVries? He didn't let up there. He tried to pass Morgan back when he got boxed in behind Mesley there, and Morgan just didn't let off going up that hill and took them all on the outside.
He looks really fast on this 125 right now, and I tell you what, it's not necessarily his stronger suit, although he does well in both accounts. But look at that, he's just passed Ryan Gold. Now Ryan Gold is now in 5th place. Blair Morgan moves up to 4th. There's a good shot of number 26, Doug DeHaan, who's currently in third place. But Blair Morgan has picked up the pace and the gap, and now he's really pressing DeHaan. Look at Morgan on the inside on that corner where normally he goes wide. Great move by DeHaan, though. He's able to get some quick acceleration. Okay, let's see which line. Morgan, he goes outside DeHaan, inside Morgan, quick acceleration. I think he's got him, Ross. He does.
What an awesome move there. Outside, inside. Oh, and DeHaan moves back by him on the inside up the hill. Unbelievable.
Which bike is faster, Ross? I don't know. They are running neck and neck here. Excellent job.
They're identical, but see where DeHaan's got him is DeHaan's got it probably about 20 pounds lighter than Morgan. There, Morgan slams the door on the inside again on him. That's how DeHaan passed him back on that other straightaway there.
Just to give you a recount, who's in the top 5 in this second 125 moto of the afternoon. Darcy Lange out in front, followed by Bart Stevenson. There's a surprise, Ross. In third place, we have Blair Morgan. Fourth, we have Doug DeHaan. And in fifth place, we have number 16, Chuck Mesley. Ross, look at this. Number 17, Bart Stevenson, has closed the gap, and he's working on number 5, Darcy Lange. What a battler this is for Bart Stevenson. Fantastic.
Wow, they're going tooth and nail on it. This is by far the best ride that Bart Stevenson's had in the series here, and he's certainly got the capability of running up there, and I've been talking to these guys from Alberta telling them this. They got to get a start. They have the ability to run up front there. They just got to get a little bit of confidence here, and Stevenson's showing them how he can do it.
We'll keep our eyes on the leader for you as we take a quick break. You're watching the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. The second 125 of the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships from Antler Lake near Edmonton, Alberta. This is the 6th series stop on this national tour. I'm Mark Travers with my co-host Ross Peterson.
Stevenson on the gas here, moving up on Lange. See, here's a lapped rider. This is going to mess Lange up here a little bit. Stevenson closes the gap a little bit. Remember, we got Morgan back there in third, and he's coming. Stevenson trying to make the pass here on Lange.
You're watching the number 5 bike of Darcy Lange, who got the whole shot and has been leading this race since then. A terrific race for Darcy. I tell you what, Alan Dick really has that bike tuned up nicely and dialed into this track. As they head into the Bridgestone lockoff corner, it looks like number 20, Justin Huska, is following right behind number 6, Ryan Gold. And I think I saw number 9, Linus Lansky in there as well, Ross. We got a rider down. I didn't catch the number on that bike, but it looks like he's pretty hurt. He is definitely shaken up. We're back with our leader, number 5, Darcy Lange. He's down in the middle bowl section of this track. A great shot from up on top of the hill. Boy, Blair Morgan is really putting on a show here. He's been pressing Bart Stevenson for about 2 or 3 laps. He showed him his fender a few times that last where they came by the finish line there, Ross. It looked like he might have had him on the outside, but he backed off a little bit. Here they come up to the top of the tabletop. It's Stevenson and Morgan. Let's see if they come in. Oh, no, did he just touch coming down to that corner? Stevenson on the inside. Morgan goes wide. Great acceleration for Blair Morgan. What a pass. He's in second place. Lange on the inside as they come down into that bottom corner that's really taken its toll today. Looks like Lange has built up a few bike lengths on Morgan, Ross.
Well, this is a very technical track, and Morgan is very smart at picking lines. He definitely has the upper hand on these guys when it comes to the ability of moving around, and there he goes. He's got him on the inside there. Made that one stick. Just what a great line. How you see how he set it up before that? He came on the inside and just swooped across that and just made a straight line out of that S turn.
Wow, what a fantastic pass by number 3, Blair Morgan. We talked about the acceleration of coming around to that corner, Ross, the big treetop corner, that new section of the track. He accelerated very well coming up into that finish line, took Darcy on the inside, and I don't even think that Darcy saw him coming. That's how fast he was going.
No, yeah, he was definitely a gear higher there than him and just went right by him on the inside there. Darcy had no idea that he was going to make a pass there on him.
Blair Morgan has such a fluid style. It's amazing to watch him. He really handles the corners well, and it's amazing to work from track to track and see the different types of terrains, and he just masters all of them.
He sure does. He's got a great style, great form, and he's a strong rider. He's going to go a long way here in his future.
Number 3, Blair Morgan on the 2-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki. That Walker Transport team really excited today with the how the riders are doing. There's Blair heading into that Bridgestone lockoff corner. He's going to come down the hill into that straightaway that's going to bring him into the finish line. Big left-hand turn. Blair Morgan, here he comes. He gets the checkered flag, and Blair Morgan wins the second 125 moto of the afternoon. He is your winner. Ross, with the conclusion of the second 125 moto of the afternoon, let's have a look at the race results.
Wow, that's all I can say. Morgan coming from way back in the pack, whittled away at that big lead Lange has had, and moved himself on to first place there with a great win for Blair Morgan.
Fantastic, but I think the story of this race is number 17, Bart Stevenson. He had a terrific start, and he maintained his position, so a good race for him. Let's take a closer look at number 17, Blackfoot Yamaha rider Bart Stevenson.
Season's been up and down. I've had a few really good moto finishes, but I'd like to get the overalls up there to get a consistent top 10 number. The moto win last year was excellent confidence booster for this year. I come back to this track thinking that I can do the same. The track this year is pretty one line, so an excellent start will sure help with a moto win. I think you almost need it when it's tight and hard to pass. The travels in motocross are definitely long. We go coast to coast racing. I've had my sister traveling with me, helping me out wrenching and stuff. Been a big help. You need someone on the line just holding your bike, letting you clean your starting gate. It's nice to have a good wrench. I've had a couple of top 10s already. To break into the top 5, I think just needs consistent moto finishes. I've had one good moto, one bad moto, and I'm really working on the consistency and the training of it right now. You definitely have to train hard when you're running 25 minutes plus 2 laps in one of the most demanding sports in the world. You definitely have to train hard.
Five-second board is up. Throttles are pinned. We'll wait for the gate to drop. And the gate is down for the second and final 250 moto of the afternoon. Here we go. Who's going to get the whole shot, Ross? Look at that, Darcy Lange. Is he going to get the... He is going to get the whole shot. What an incredible burst of speed for him.
Wow, that's a 4-bike hole shot there. Alan Dick's got that Richmond Motorsport Kawasaki tuned to the limit here in Edmonton, and it's showing here. Lange just hole shot after hole shot. Unbelievable.
So right out of the gate, we've got 3 Kawasaki's up front. Number 5, Darcy Lange in first place. I think I saw number 26, Doug DeHaan, was a wheel length ahead of Blair Morgan. Number 3 teammates in second and third. And behind them, I think that's number 14, no, is it not Whipple or is it DeVries? Well, look at this. So right now, Darcy Lange has been out in front in a lot of races today. He hasn't been able to hold the lead, and he's got some tough competition on his tail right now in Dougie DeHaan. Look at DeHaan going outside. Is he going to be able to pass Darcy? I don't think so as they come through the trees. Darcy takes the inside line. Nice acceleration coming out of that corner by Lange. As they head up into that new section, look at that big rut that's happened that's setting up there, Ross.
Wow, is it getting gnarly out there? Do you notice the braking bumps and every rut going in the corner? In the first couple motos, it'd be maybe 1 or 2 lines had the braking bumps in them. Now there's braking bumps everywhere.
This is our leader, number 5, Darcy Lange on the Richmond Motorsport Kawasaki, really putting it all together. And we just noticed him coming through that the left-hand turn where the finish line is, Ross. Again, he is on the rails. He's got that throttle pin, and he's giving it everything he has. Ross, let's just round out the top 5 in the second 250 moto of the day. We've got Darcy Lange out in front, followed by DeHaan, Morgan, Stevenson, and then we've got Jesse Wilson in 5th, and a big surprise in 6th place, number 15, Chad Fleck.
Chad certainly has the ability to run up front there. It's just a matter of him getting a start and running up here and getting some confidence built up.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't seen Chad Fleck up in the mix, and I think that's what it takes. You got to get up there and bang bars with the guys in the top 5 and the top 10.
Yeah, well, he's got the ability to do it. Here we have Simon Omans here, number 21 on that Honda here. Oh, and he just got on the inside of Fleck there and blocked past him.
He sure did. Fleck opened the door, and Simon Omans walked right through it. That moves Omans into 6th and Fleck down to 7th. Looks like we got Jay Whipple in the mix here, too. He's making his way up. I think Whipple has passed both Omans and Fleck. We've got number 60, Jesse Wilson, in 5th. But right behind him is number 21, Simon Omans. I don't think I've seen Simon work this track this fast so far today.
Wow, unbelievable. And then right behind Omans is Whipple there, number 28 on that Yamaha. What a great battle developing here.
Interesting to see the 3 different lines that those riders chose. Whipple on the outside and Omans on the inside. Here's this corner that's been causing riders problems all day, and Omans goes outside. Does he have it? Does he have it? No, Wilson puts the charge on, but here comes Whipple on the outside, coming into the top corner. Who's going to take that inside line? I think it's going to be Wilson, but it looks like Whipple's made the pass on Omans. Oh, look at that. As we watch Simon Omans round the Honda corner, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championship. Watching the final 250 moto of the afternoon from Antler Lake near Edmonton, Alberta. This is the 6th National Series stop. Here we go with that battle for first place. Out in front, number 5, Darcy Lange. Right behind him, a pair of Kawasaki's with the Honda Morgan. What a great battle. These riders, I mean, what is it, Ross? It's been like 3-4 weeks these guys have been going head-to-head in every single moto.
Well, it's making it for interesting racing there. Any one of these 3 guys can win the championship, and they're all going for it. Wheel to wheel, all very close. It just seems like Morgan's experience is coming out and showing late in the races, but these guys aren't going to give up yet. They're putting up a fight.
Right there we have number 143, that's Sean Itzerza riding the Yamaha.
Unbelievable. Morgan has passed Lange for the first place position here. We'll see if Lange is going to fight back at all and go for the win here.
There you go, number 3, Blair Morgan has made the pass. He is now in first place.
Back around that Karcher corner, we got Whipple there, followed closely by DeVries there. There's 2 riders from BC that battle hard and are certainly no strangers to one another.
As we look at the different battles across this track, we've got a great battle for 5th place between DeVries and Whipple. Look at them coming down into the bottom of the bowl. Let's see what line Whipple takes. Looks like he's going to go inside DeVries, really slowing down there. That's incredible how they go from going very fast to very slow around that corner, Ross.
Yeah, it's just a hairpin there, and then that lapped rider in the way there, you got to watch to see what they're going to do, and it makes for a very difficult decision for Whipple there. Does he follow the lapper and protect the inside? Or does he take a chance and try and go by him on the outside on the slower line? It's really a tough decision for Whipple to make.
Well, it is, Ross, and also you have to take into consideration that number 14, Brett DeVries, is right on your tail. So you have to start thinking about him as well. But you've said it many times before, you don't worry about the rider behind you. Look at DeVries coming up the big hill to the finish line. It's Whipple and DeVries, 2 Yamahas. Look at Brett DeVries accelerate. Unbelievable acceleration from DeVries coming into that big tabletop down into the corner. Look at the size of those braking bumps. What happened to Jay Whipple? I did not like his line coming into that tabletop.
Well, he just got out horsepowered at the top of the uphill there. DeVries went by him on the inside and then got beside him and just out horsepowered him. And wow, Whipple came right back and made it stick again. These guys are having a ferocious battle here.
Loses a position and then gains it back with some great tenacious riding.
Look at that. DeHaan stuffs back by him on the inside, and Lange fighting right back again. Good for Lange.
We are watching an incredible battle for 5th place between Jay Whipple and number 14, Brett DeVries, a pair of Western riders on a pair of Yamahas, dueling it out. They've traded positions back and forth, Ross, and really haven't let each other go throughout this whole race.
No, they sure haven't. They've been going wheel to wheel here. This is probably the most exciting part of this race right now, is between Whipple and DeVries. They're going at it hard. They've gone at it hard over the years. They're both out of BC, both sponsored by dealerships out there, and they are going tooth and nail at it. They're both extremely good in the indoor races, the Supercross series, and they're showing each other the way around the track in the outdoor, and we got DeVries.
As he heads through the whoops, up to the top of this tree line turn, it's a left-hander that's going to bring him down into a right-hander to take him into that new section, that very narrow new section up through the trees that will bring him to the finish line. Blair Morgan really showing us what he's all about. The number 1 rider in Canada right now, certainly in the 125, but I think with his performance today, will take the lead in the 250s, Ross.
Well, he sure will. He's rode extremely well today on this technical track, and it's showing.
Here we go, Blair Morgan rounds the final left-hand corner. He's going to get the checkered flag. There you are, your winner in the second 250 moto of the day. Blair Morgan with an outstanding weekend here at Antler Lake near Edmonton, Alberta. Blair Morgan putting on a clinic.
Yeah.
Ross, with a break in the action, let's look at the race results from that second 125 moto.
Well, another clinic by Blair Morgan there. He dominated that 125 class by winning both motos and the overall for the day.
He certainly did. A great ride for Darcy Lange, but how about number 17, Bart Stevenson? Really putting it all together there in the 125.
An incredible ride for Bart Stevenson on that Blackfoot Motorsports Yamaha.